Retirement is something that many of us spend decades waiting for. There's no alarm clocks, there's no waking up and going off to work, and there's no deadlines. Well, some of it's true. There are things about retirement that completely surprised me, and honestly, nobody warned me about them. Today I wanted to share with you what retirement's been like for me. In case you're new to this channel, I am Joy and this is Creative Live Retired. I'm a retired woman who lives in Melbourne, Victoria, and I'm creative. Let me talk about what I thought retirement would be. So I want you to picture this. I've got a couple of years to retire, so I'm thinking ahead and my husband's thinking ahead. And we are looking at selling everything up, getting rid of our shop, no more working 7 days a week. I'm speaking on behalf of my husband and I here. No more working 7 days or having a shop that caters for 7 days a week, and just hopping in our car, towing our caravan, and just going from place to place. We're just heading in one direction. We stop where we want, we stay as long as we want, we see what we want, we do what we want, and just enjoy life. And that's what I pictured retirement to be like. I imagined we'd wake up every day relaxed, we'd be able to go for walks, we'd keep fit, we'd eat healthy, we'll meet people, we'll go to towns, we'll help people out, because that was part of what we wanted to do. We wanted to have travel and adventure and support other small businesses. But we don't have to work. We have endless time. We have endless things we want to do, and we'll never feel stressed again. I imagined that retirement would be freedom. Freedom to basically do what you want, when you want, how you want, with who you want. And the reality was, it really turned out quite a bit different. Part of the biggest surprise was having so much time. So you've gone from having, in our case, we had a shop which consumed our life 7 days a week. I think my husband was doing like 120 hours a week or something like that, and like there was a lot involved in it. So having a business, even when you're away from the business, is consuming and very tiring, and we had no social life. So automatically we've now got 24 hours in a day. One of the first surprises that we had was obviously changing our sleep routine. Instead of getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can now try and pull it back to 7 o'clock or whenever you feel like getting up. But to start with, your body still is on work time. For years, our life was structured around work. We had our shop for 9 years. So it was structured around work. We had between us 6 kids. So though we had 6 kids, we've got family, and then all of a sudden the kids are grown up. We've sold the shop. We've got no house. We've got 1 car, and we've got a car and a caravan. And at first it felt exciting. And it was a bit nerve-wracking actually, especially our first trip. But it's exciting too. But after a while, I was sort of thinking, well, what am I doing today? Okay, what am I working towards? What am I achieving? And then I realized I need a purpose. I I know there's people out there who can travel and just sit around and do nothing or just enjoy that. I'm not that sort of person. I think I started work when I was 13, as in I had a part-time job making stuff when I was 13. That's my dog making noises, by the way, if you can hear it, grunting. So now I was 55, 56 or something when I retired. I went, I don't know what to do. I've got no goals. I've got no to-do list. I've got nothing. I can't just waste my time away. And that's what I felt was happening to me. So nobody warned me that you lose your structure. And your identity is gone too. So for most of our lives, we had this routine. We got up, we went to the shop, we did this, or we had everything that we had to do. We were almost on autopilot of what had to be done, wishing we had more time. And now, knowing that the work created the structure, school creates structure, retirement gives you the freedom, but it also means you've got no structure. You've got to create it yourself. So you've got to reinvent yourself. You've got to go, oh, what do I want? And this is where I was at. Nobody warned me about this. I discovered, especially too, going from a house and selling all my stuff into a caravan, my creativity was almost non-existent in there. We were limited to our room, the space. I mean, I did have my knitting and I did have my journal because I write in a journal, but I discovered that I didn't have any projects. I didn't have any goals. I wanted to achieve things, and the days were just going, I was getting bored. The days were just blending into each other. I was just getting bored. And that honestly is me. And there's probably quite a few people out there that feel the same way, that you've really got to do something. But I was getting bored. And I can't just sit around and relax and do nothing. That's just not me. So let's talk about it. I knew, in the 6 months we were away, I was going crazy. I already mentioned in the other video that I've got spinal bifida, and I had a herniated disc before we left, so I was in a lot of pain, which didn't help, and the emotions were running high as well because of it. But I felt I needed goals. I had no goals. I had no reason, nothing. I can't say I had nothing to look forward to, but I felt I had nothing to look forward to, if you understand. Of course, I had things to look forward to, like the next place that we went to, or where we were going, or who we were meeting, and that was fantastic. But I had nothing to look forward to that was personally to me, that I needed for myself, for my emotional state, basically. I thought being retired, you wouldn't need any goals anymore. I thought I could just let them go. I thought not working would be fantastic. The problem I found is I needed goals more than I did when I was working. They didn't have to be big goals. I just needed goals. I needed something, whether it was learning a new skill, whether it was creating something, whether it was building a website like I'm doing, which is the second website I've done because we've got another YouTube channel. Whether it's finishing a project. Well, I couldn't even start projects when I was traveling. I didn't feel like I could start projects. So whether it was starting or finishing a project, having something to having something to work towards gave me purpose and it gave me motivation. So that's what I really needed, and that's what I missed. Now, the unexpected emotional side of all this, besides the pain, which really, had I not been in the intense pain I was in, then emotionally I probably would have been more stable, to put it that way, and things wouldn't have upset me more, and I probably wouldn't have been like I was nearly in tears a lot of times. Well, I was in tears a lot of times, especially at night time when I went to go to sleep because of the pain. But the unexpected emotional things. Another thing that surprised me about retirement is you can think about who you are, right? Now, for years you often go, well, hi, I am such and such, and I am a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, you know, or I'm a mum, or I'm this. But when you're retired, what do? You go, hi, I'm Joy and I'm retired. Whoopee, you know. So there's that identity. So I'm no longer a baker. I'm no longer an employer. I'm no longer a business owner. I'm just simply Joy, you know, or Gil's wife, my husband. And sometimes that raises question about your identity and your purpose. Also, we found that people that we knew were associated with our business. So all the people that we got to know and love, whether it was our staff, our customers, or whatever, were all connected to our business. We didn't have a social life. We didn't have friends. Now, coming to say that, we have now got friends from our business that we keep in touch with. We catch up with. We see our customers. We'll definitely stop and talk to them. We love our customers. We miss our customers. Oh, I'm going to get emotional now. We miss our customers so much. But it's lovely to see them. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I didn't think I'd get emotional. We miss our business. The funny thing about it is, I say that, and we've been asked, do we want to buy it back? But the business we created was literally pulled apart, and it's not what we have anymore, and we wouldn't have the staff we have, and it just, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. That we wouldn't be able to mentally or physically do it anymore anyway. So we don't have a social life, or much of a social life. We're now we're retired. We have to create that. We have to get to know people more. We have to go out of our way to be social. And that's hard for both Gil and myself, both retired. Gil is he's a social person. He will talk to anybody and everybody. When we're traveling, he'll be gone for hours and chat to everybody. I'll hibernate a bit. I'll be sociable if we're around people, but I'm not the sociable type of person, as in it's an effort for me to be sociable. It's an effort for me. I prefer to stay at home in my own environment with my own company, which is unfortunate sometimes, but that's just the way I am. Oh, and create. So that's a good part about it. So this is what helped me. I'm just reading a couple of long notes, because now I've got a bit emotional. It sort of whacked me out here. These are the things that I found that helped me in retirement. One was being creative, and creative being whether it's baking, decorating, gardening, paper crafts, knitting, crocheting, anything like that, being creative. Another thing is having projects, so having something to do. So whether it's, I make dogs. I make soft toy dogs. I do journaling. I've actually was with a couple of charities too. So I was sort of involved in charities. So having projects that you can look forward to doing, something that you want to learn is another thing. Learning new things, whether it's learning about a plant, learning about a new recipe, learning how to create something different, learning a new craft, learning a new language, all that sort of stuff. Keeping curious. Now, keeping curious to me is also a learning thing. Like, what's this new software that's coming out? What's this on the news? I don't watch the news, sorry. I don't watch the news. I mean, I watch YouTube and stuff like that, but I just don't tend to watch the news. But someone might mention something and you go, oh, that sounds interesting. I wonder what that's about. So just being curious about things and being attentive to things is a thing. Connecting with people. Now, this is where I really lack connecting with people. I'll connect through YouTube now. We traveled, so we would connect with people. We'd talk to a lot of people and that. But when I'm home, when I'm based at home, I hibernate. I'm like a bear. I just will stay at home. I don't go out much. I don't talk much. My parents live on the same property, so I'll interact with them. I'll, contact my kids now and again and stuff like that. But I don't like going out much. If I go out now, my husband and I go out somewhere and we'll go up shopping and stuff like that. But I don't connect a lot with people. And now we've got the dog. It's sort of a little bit harder too because he's a pup and he frets when we're not home and, all that sort of stuff. Another thing is having things to look forward to. Now, whether that's a project, whether that's a lesson that you're going to go out to, whether it's people coming over, going out, using a new cup that you found, trying a new tea, you name it. So having something to look forward to. It could be a pamper. It could be just getting your hair cut or dyed or your nails or buying a nice book or covering an old book or something and using it as a journal. It can be from the most smallest things to big things. So just having something to look forward to. There's one reason I really wanted to start Creatively Retired, and that is to have a place that I could share my journey with, and that we could share, other people could share with me and others of their journey of being retired and being creative. So while retirement really isn't exactly what I thought it'd be, it's not disappointing. In many ways, it's been an opportunity to reinvent myself. As I said, the first videos were really finding myself because I'd lost myself. So part of it was finding myself, asking myself questions, asking like, who am I? What do I want? What do I like anymore? Do I still like the same things or not? I'll be honest, I still wear the same clothes that I wore when we had the shop. Right? I still wear like a uniform because it's easy and it's clothes I can wear that I don't care if I get messed up when I'm doing my crafts or gardening or stuff like that. So I still wear the same things. So most of the time you'll see me in the same things. So reinventing myself, sorry. So what do I want? Why do I want it? And what do I want to try? I want to try new things. I want to learn. I want to create and maybe discover new parts of myself along the way. So maybe new ways I think or feel, or I'm finding a lot of, I don't know if anybody else is, partly because of my spinal bifida and osteoporosis, herniated disc and all this. I'm having a lot of issues when eating certain foods, that I can't eat certain foods at night time and all this sort of stuff. So I'm really trying to rethink of what my body's doing as well and work out why it reacts in certain ways. It's like a trial and error sort of thing. So that's about it for today's video, except what I'd like to know, what has surprised you most about retirement? Or if you're not retired yet, what do you imagine retirement will be like? I got 3 quotes for you. The grass isn't greener on the other side. Life is hard, but it's worth it. And even roses have thorns. So that's basically sort of wraps up what retirement's like for me. There is the beauty in it all, but there's also, and I think this is with life, with everything, there's always the pros and cons about it. It's just, you've got to make it or create it that the beauty outweighs anything that's not. Anyway, for now, that is me, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you will subscribe and like, and please, 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 please make a comment. I'd really love to hear and interact with you. And bye for now.